All right, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be talking about the stones that we got from the Golden Week celebration, right? So we get these two separate stones. One is the blue stone, which you actually have to pay for, right? You go into the sales, they've got them in there. You can pay for them, get your chance to pick up some of these bigger characters. And then they've got the red stones, which they actually just give you for free, right? So you're going to get 3 of these, and then you can pick up 2 of the blue stones. If you like to spend a little bit of money on the game, you know, you like the character list, you need some of these characters or whatever, this isn't a bad, like too bad of a thing to do, right? If you're okay with spending money, right? That's totally your call. I don't ever recommend people spending a bunch of money on these games, but if you like this game enough to want to spend money on it, this gives you a little bit of something for that, right? Plus you get extra like regular dragon stones as well. So today we're going to look at these, kind of go through the details of them, and then look at the character lists that we have and see who might be a decent pick if if you were to use the blue stones. And then 2, for your free red stones, kind of looking through and seeing if we can find some characters that may be worth our time. So right here for the blue stone, we'll go over this one first. Actually, let's go over the red stone first, because the red stone is a free stone. It's, everybody gets a chance to use this one. The blue stone's more for those people that want to spend money. So let's talk about this one first. So like I said, you're going to get 3 of these stones. So let's see. Use a treasure item, which can be obtained at the first login to recruit select characters or a special lineup of your preference from the Baba Shop. 3 groups are available this time, and you can make an exchange with 1, 2, or 3 of the dragon stones, depending on the group you choose. All available characters are going to be Dokkan Awakened and at max level, so that's good. You don't have to worry about going through the stages to Dokkan Awaken them or anything. They're already going to be done and good and ready for you. You'll also recruit 2 Elder Kais once you trade in these stones for a character, so that's good too, right? A little bit of extra Kais, not too bad. So let's see. Recruit 1 character from this list that can be extreme easy aid or super easy aid. Okay, so these are a lot of the like super easy A's that we've gotten pretty recently, and then some easy A's that we could likely see some super easy A's for in the, I'd say, the near future, right? It could be this year. I could definitely see it. But not too bad of picks. And this whole thing doesn't give you like everything, so we actually have the whole list pulled up as well. So we're gonna look through that too. This is a lineup. So if you were to pick the Kaioken Goku, you would also get the Gohan and Frieza and the Gohan and Piccolo. And if you picked Hit, you would also get the Kefla and the Frost. I have been saying for a little while now that I think these 2 definitely have a very good chance of easying this celebration. It just makes a lot of sense to me. But we'll see. So, if you're missing these guys and they end up easying, this would be a pretty good pick to, get. It wouldn't be too bad, depending on what their easy A's look like. I don't think anything's going to happen with these guys. We'll just leave that there for now. So let's see. Recruiters selecting using 3 of your dragon stones. You can pick one of these. The only one here that I think would be worth it is maybe the Kefla. Like if you don't have her, with her easy A, she's not too bad. But there's a lot of like these guys. Like, yeah, I wouldn't spend all your free stones on really any of these characters, to be honest. Okay, so that's all they give you for the news, but if you actually look at the list, right, there's a lot more here. So this will tell you what the character is. You're getting the extra Kais, how many stones it's going to take you to actually get this character, right? So if you chose the Bardock and Gine, you're using all 3 stones. That's a lot to use for a unit that's not runnable. Right, same with the Paragus and Broly. Like, I wouldn't even bother with that. Like I said, Kefla could be a good choice. Vados would be decent. Tech Caulifla, if you don't have her, she's good for certain events for dodging, just to have as like that slot 3 character to keep in there, or throw her in slot 1 and she'll just dodge everything, and you know, you can do that. But with a lot of events now where dodge is canceled, she's kind of run out of time. For the rest of these, definitely not Bardock. Yeah, I don't know, man. These aren't very good. Go Tanks can still be decent. The Boo is still runnable. He's still good with his Easy A, but he does take all 3 of your stones. Gohan can be used, you know, in certain events maybe. Yeah, these aren't very good choices for, you know, Videl. You know, if you need Peppy Gals, Videl. Broly's not bad. These guys are pretty good. Yeah, so these are all the selections for using all 3 of your stones, and I don't think any of these guys are really worth that. So we're gonna look at what they have down here. So here's the combo, right? They're each take 2 of your stones. So for 2 stones, you can get these characters. For 2 stones, you can get these characters. And then we get down here to where you're using 1. This is more so what I'd recommend. Looking through some of the guys that either have their super easy A, and maybe you don't have, you know, copies that you need, or characters that we could see super easy A in the future, are definitely good picks if, you know, you don't have them or don't have all the copies you need of them. This is kind of what I've been doing with my free stones. I go back, I look at, okay, what are some of the older characters that I don't have or don't have all the copies I need of, right? And I use my stones for that because it's just an easy way to pick them up, right? You know, these guys' super easies aren't too bad. Tech Beerus' super easy was pretty good. Go Tanks is pretty good. Kid Boo's a good support. You know, like I said, we could definitely see these guys easy A, I think, in the near future. You know, if we have a future Saga celebration, I could definitely see these guys either anniversary, or if we have a GT celebration, I could see them. Yeah, and then the rest of these guys, like I said, a lot of these are older characters. Boo with his super easy is pretty good. He's gonna get his super easy A, so you know, if you don't have him and you want this character, I mean, you can pick him up here for 1 stone. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, looking at all these, and then at the very end you can just pick up a Kai. If you have everything, you know, you could just use it for a Kai plus 2, so you get 3 Kais. You get 9 Kais here. Yeah, the list has definitely gotten better than what it used to be. Right, it used to be a lot of trash, but now with the super easy A's, it's definitely getting a lot better. So, yeah, my recommendation for this is to look through these character lists, see which ones you're missing, see who might possibly be getting a super easy A in the future, and kind of focus on them, because a lot of these other like Dokkan Fests, and they're, you know, dude, they're not worth it. These guys are not worth spending all 3 of your stones on, and then I don't even think that the 2 stones for the grouping here is even worth even looking at, right? Unless these guys get an easy A and they're busted, or these guys somehow get a super easy A out of nowhere and they're absolutely busted. But I don't foresee that happening. I do see these guys getting easy A's, but other than that, I would just focus on these 1 stone, either already super easy A, you know, guys that you need, or just due to super easy A in the near future. That's my recommendation, but you guys can whatever you see fit. You know, if you really like this Boo and you don't have him, use stones on him. It's easy pickup, right? Free pickup. So it's ultimately your choice. These are just my opinions. So then looking at the blue stone here, so you can get 2 of these from the shop, right? You can buy these from the shop. You get extra dragon stones as well, right? 70 pack dragon stones. And then you can pick from a list of characters, some of which are these LRs, right? You get a list of LRs that you can choose from. already Dokkan Awakened, max leveled, right? So you don't have to, again, you don't have to worry about going through the events. You don't have to worry about leveling them up. They're already there. They're already ready for you. And then you've got a bunch of the banner units, right, that you can choose from as well. So let's look at the list here. Okay, so you get 2 of these stones, right? So to get one of these LRs, it's going to take 2 stones. I mean, this Tech Goku Vegeta is very good. UI and Evolution Blue are still pretty good. He can get you killed if he doesn't dodge. Vegeta's still hanging in there, pretty tough for some of these events. Vegeta hits really hard, but I mean, I don't think I would use it on him. I mean, he can be okay. Boo's good on his team. These guys are pretty good. You got the 5th year fusions. Let's see, Gohan Goten, the 4 year, the 3rd year, and then it goes into banner units, right? So these are all 2 stones. So if you pick up an LR, you're using both those stones outright, and then you've got them fully awakened, fully max leveled. They're ready to go. They're ready to play with. But I don't know. Again, unless you're absolutely missing one of these guys or they're your absolute favorite character, I don't know if I'd really choose anybody. I mean, maybe him over everyone else. Either the Gogeta or the Vegeta, or maybe one of these two. Like, those are the only ones I would really even look at. For the banner units, I really would not pick any of these up unless you have all of these LRs and then you, for some reason, still went ahead and bought the blue stones. Because these banner units, they're on every banner. They're unfeatured on every single banner. So you already have a chance to pull them, right? So there's really not a point to doing that, right? Or, if you really wanted the extra Kais and you spent the money for the stones, you could just get 4 Kais. You could do that. But I wouldn't recommend any of these banner units. I just don't think it's a good idea. Again, I don't think it's a good idea to really spend money and buy these stones anyway, unless, like I said, you really don't have one of these guys or they're really someone that you're hurting for on your team. But none of these guys are must runs, really, to be honest, anymore. I don't know. Again, these are all my opinions. Take them, leave them, do what you want with them. I'm just trying to help you guys, with your decision if you're kind of on the fence of who to use. I honestly, I would wait to even use any of these stones until we're almost at the end of the celebration, because you just, you don't know what could happen, right? If, say, we're in the middle of or we're getting near the end of celebration, you already used all your stones, and all of a sudden we've got, one of these guys here have their super easy A, and you didn't pick them and you don't have them, then you're kind of just, you're SOL. So I think holding on to your stones, especially the red ones, until the very end of the celebration is the best way to go about this, right? That way you can see at the end all of the options you have and what has easy aid or super easy aid during the celebration to make the best pick for you. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to, is your choice, what you want. But like I said, I'm just here to try to help steer you into a direction that may benefit you in the long run, vice picking a random character that really does absolutely nothing for you and you just end up wasting these. But I mean, we get these every big celebration typically, so a lot of these guys will come back. So if you miss out on a chance, you can pick them up later as well. But yeah, I think that's really it. I wanted to keep this pretty short, pretty sweet, and just give you my thoughts, my opinions. I'm gonna leave you with this: don't use your stones yet. Save them till the end of the celebration and then go for it there, right? I will make another video towards the end of the celebration, right? You have until the 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern is when this will end. So I'll make sure to put out a video maybe a couple days before this to kind of go over it again, to remind you in case you haven't used it yet, to go over some of the choices that maybe we've been steered more towards, right, to be better picks. But for right now, I say don't use your stones. Hold on to them. You know, look at these guys, look and see who you might want, and then ultimately towards the end of Celebration, you can make your decision. Okay, that's my opinion. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hang on to these until the very end, and then from there make my choice. But you guys do what you want. I'm just here to try to help. So let me know if you guys already used your stones. Who'd you pick up? If you plan on using your stones before the end of Celebration, you've already got your mind made up. Who are you picking? I'd like to know. Or are you going to hang on to your stones till the end, kind of like I'm going to do? Yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking. If you hung out to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!